Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about SoFi Technologies SOFI stock, Palantir Technologies PLTR stock, NIO's NIO stock, and of course Tesla's TSLA stock. For all of these companies, we are going to be talking about their latest price targets and price predictions among analysts, as well as their latest news updates. But before I begin, I do want to give you a quick update. So for our quick stock market news update, we have United Health, ticker symbol UNH, which has recently declared a quarterly dividend of $1.65 per share. And this is actually a substantial increase from their past dividend, or the dividend they used to give out, which was around $1.45 per share. So that is absolutely huge if you are a dividend investor, and I myself do own United Health UNH stock in my personal portfolio. Likewise, we have Caterpillar, ticker name CAT, ticker symbol CAT, which also increased their quarterly dividend to $1.20 per share, which again is an increase of around 9 cents from their past dividend that they used to give out, which was around $1.11 per share. So that is absolutely huge, which is represented by ticker symbol AMZN, is building a local advertising business according to Business Insider, which is huge news for Amazon. We also have Tesla's TSLA stock in the news on top of in today's video, where Tesla opened its first physical store in Mongolia, and that's according to CNEV Post. And then lastly, we're talking about how NIO has actually denied an ongoing partnership with AMD, which we talked about in our last video. So it seems that these are just rumors that are being circulated according to NIO denying their partnership with AMD. But if there's any developments, I will keep you all up to date. But today we're going to focus on SoFi Technologies, Palantir Technologies, NIO, and Tesla. So we're going to start off talking about SoFi Technologies, ticker symbol SOFI. And SoFi Technologies is a fintech company, or a financial technology company, that offers their consumers an all-in-one digital app that gives them anything they could possibly need in terms of financial services and or financial products. The current SOFI stock price trades for around $6.80 per share. However, analysts on the low side think the stock is worth at least $7 over the next 12 months, while very bullish positive analysts think that the company is worth at minimum $22. So clearly, according to analysts, we have a buy rating for this stock, and it's actually trading quite cheaply compared to these price targets. So why is SoFi Technologies in the news today? Well, mainly I want to make investors aware of three main things if you already aren't aware of them. As inflation continues to increase and the threat of a recession is looming, I want to point out that higher interest rates are not typically going to impact financial institutions as much as it's going to impact other growth companies. So higher interest rates that are being used to lower inflation is actually good for financial technology companies like SoFi Technologies. So I actually want to say that because of this, SoFi Technologies is uniquely positioned along with other finance companies to actually weather this current stock market environment very effectively right now. But I do want to point out that SoFi Technologies is not a profitable company right now, but they are projected to become profitable by the end of 2024. So what else do we need to keep our eye on in terms of the SOFI stock price? Well, in a previous video, I went over how Joe Biden is currently trying to administer a student loan forgiveness program, which could allow up to $10,000 worth of student loan forgiveness for federal student loans. And the reason this impacts SoFi Technologies is because SoFi refinancing student loans is a big part of their overall business model. However, they are not solely reliant on that as a stream of revenue because of how diversified they are in their three main business segments. Also, if you didn't already know, their insider buying activity is extremely impressive, and this means that their CEO, as well as some directors who are running this company, are actually buying more SoFi stock, the majority of these actually coming in at lower than $8 per share. So if your average price for the SOFI stock price is sub $8, you are sitting in a very good position to hold this company for the long term. And that's going to conclude our SoFi stock updates. But now let's move on to Palantir Technologies PLTR stock. And if you didn't know, Palantir Technologies is a big data and analytics company that serves both commercial clients as well as government enterprises. Right now, the PLTR stock is trading for around $9.20. However, analysts have absolutely decimated their previous price targets for the company. So the low end price target for this company is $6 for the next 12 months, and the high end price target has substantially dropped all the way down from $25 per share to $16 per share as it is right now. So this is very negative, bad news, which is why we no longer have a buy rating for the PLTR stock. We have a long-term hold rating. So doubling down and buying further into the PLTR stock is probably not a good play right now considering the current stock market environment. But we do have good news regarding Palantir Technologies because they have been recognized by Dressner Advisory Services as one of the top performers in their industry. And we know this if we quote from the chief research officer at this advisory firm, who says, and I quote, "In its first year of coverage, Palantir is generally above the overall sample for all categories of measurement and is an overall leader in both customer experience and vendor credibility models." He goes on to say, in addition, it is best in class for product scalability and consulting professionalism and has a perfect recommend score. We congratulate Palantir on their excellent performance in our annual analytics and BI market assessment, end quote. So this is absolutely phenomenal news for Palantir Technologies. And according to this Yahoo Finance article, this report provides comprehensive, real-world perspective on the market, including analysis of adoption and deployment, data leadership, organization budgets, data literacy, drivers of success, objectives and achievements, software penetration, and technology/innovative priorities, as well as industry analyses. So this is absolutely phenomenal news that finally someone is identifying Palantir as a clear leader and a fantastic company in their respected space. The COO of Palantir then responded to this absolutely amazing compliment to their organization by saying, and I quote, "We have always built software we thought had to exist for the world that was coming. This rating is particularly meaningful since it is based on the voice of our customers and their frontline users." So overall, this is very positive news for Palantir Technologies. However, their downgrade from their most bullish price targets from $25 down to $16 is not very good news at the time of this video. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below about what you think of Palantir Technologies and what you're going to do with it in the future, which will lead us into our next story, which is going to be about NIO stock and their upcoming earnings. But I'm not necessarily going to talk about their earnings. I'm actually going to talk about what analysts currently think of NIO stock. So analysts, particularly one analyst from Deutsche Bank named Edison Yu, is not anticipating any major surprises for their earnings report or their upcoming delivery numbers. To put it into perspective, NIO delivered around 25,768 vehicles in quarter one, which is pretty impressive. However, this particular analyst is thinking that the delivery numbers are going to drop down to around 24,000 deliveries because of the lockdowns over in Shanghai. So clearly this is negatively going to impact their delivery numbers. Now, the good news is that they did launch their ET7 at the end of March, and the analyst expects that their ES7 SUV will be officially unveiled later this month. So hopefully the ET7 sedan as well as the ES7 SUV, which are both electric vehicles, are going to soften the blow of the overall delivery number downtrend. Also, because of these lockdowns, the analyst has lowered his projections for their 2022 delivery numbers for the full year down by around 10,000, which means they're anticipated to bring in around 160,000 deliveries for this year. However, their forecast for 2023 is still intact at around 320,000 vehicles. So clearly NIO is supposed to ramp up their overall production and deliveries throughout the rest of this year, which I am very excited about. Analysts are also very bullish on NIO stock, and I think retail investors should be as well, because this particular analyst maintained a buy rating for NIO shares, but he did lower his price target from $50 down to $45, but this would still give us around a 135% upside if our average cost is the current price. Overall, NIO has a strong buying consensus from the majority of analysts, with 13 analysts saying that this company is a strong buying opportunity right now. With the current stock price hovering at around $20 per share, the low-end analyst price target for the next 12 months is $26, the average price consensus is $41.09, and the high-end price prediction is $87 per share. So according to all of these price predictions and metrics, the company is a fantastic buying opportunity right now. At least that's what analysts are saying, and I myself do own some NIO stock, so do with that information what you will, and I would love to hear your your thoughts down below about NIO. Now, lastly, we actually have some interesting data that BYD could be selling batteries to Tesla. BYD currently trades for around $38 per share, with analysts' predictions covering the ranges of $21 to $74 per share. Likewise, Tesla's TSLA stock is trading at around $730, and their low-end price target is $900, while their high-end bullish price prediction is $1,620 per share. So let's see what this company actually has to say. So BYD, which is an automaker that is backed by Warren Buffett, is ready to start selling their batteries to Tesla. So a BYD executive vice president actually said that we are good friends with Elon Musk, and we are preparing to supply batteries to Tesla. So overall, this is very good news, not only for BYD, but also Tesla, because Tesla is outsourcing their battery creation among a plethora of other companies, which would include Contemporary Amperex Technology, LG Energy Solution, Panasonic Holdings, among many other different suppliers. So overall, this is very good news for BYDDY, which is the BYD ticker symbol, and Tesla and their TSLA stock. So overall, this is very positive news, but I would love to hear what your thoughts are regarding Tesla, NIO, BYD, Palantir, and SoFi Technologies. So remember to comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you are new, smash that like button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next YT video.